everyone. Welcome to the live roundtable of Smart City Mall Africa. This is marks the launch of the Smart City Mall marketplace in Africa. My name is Joshua Oshowo, and I will be your host in this session. I'm so happy, I'm so boxed up, I'm so pumped for this amazing session. So wherever you are around the world, please put it in the comment section. Tell us your name, tell us where you are listening from, and quickly we get to it. Thank you so much. So let's get to it. I will in few minutes tell about this journey of Smart City Mall Africa, why we have built this, what are the questions to ask, and many more things around this mall. Now, my name is Joshua Oshowo. In case you're wondering, where does Oshowo come from? It means the word trader, the people that trade in the Yoruba language of Western Nigeria. And I'm basically born to do this. I'm someone that likes the stage and likes to speak about amazing things in tech and do business. But as that could be interesting, I understand the plight of men around the world. I understand why we should build decentralized platforms where everyone in a particular field can connect to, can be blessed, and make impact. So Smart City Mall Africa has been built for the past 2 years. We've been working pre-launch stage, doing a lot of things around the stage in the tech world and the software stage, building the marketplace to ensure that everyone can connect at every point in time. After 2 years of working on this brand, we decided it is time to launch it for everyone to come on board. So Smart City Mall Africa, the marketplace, as you can see on my chart, for smart solar security devices around Africa. It involves installation, so you can go to the mall in the next 1 hour. I will tell you when the marketplace launches, and we'll count down together 2 minutes to the time. So it's going to be so exciting. I am ready, and I hope you are ready. Invite your friends that love tech, that love automation, that love seeing life easy. I believe you like to see life easy. Like life has to be sweet. How do you feel? All those banters when you were younger, trying to open the doors, keys lost, trying to on the lights, those amazing issues that you wonder, like, can these things be solved? You've prayed about it, you are tired, you're a child, you're calling you from downstairs to come and on the lights, come and on the TV, all those things. And you imagined you could do them from your phone or just do them. Even I'm in my own age at secondary school, we didn't have a phone. There was no phones yet in our nation or in my around my space. So we imagined a lot of things in our heads and then nothing came out of them. But I always desired these solutions. And until I got to it 10 years after leaving university and understood, oh, there's a space like this, I started researching into it in the world of automation, mechatronics, I called it back then, and built capacity for this. So welcome everyone to Smart City Mall Africa's launch. Quickly, I will be bringing up some of our speakers. I'll be introducing them, their amazing tech stars, as you call them, in their different space. Today, especially in this launch, we'll be having a veteran in the edutech space. He has built platforms. He has built tested and trusted platforms in the edutech space. He's a founder of Digicraft Technologies in Southwest Nigeria and doing great works. He has spent time in Europe, spent time in Africa, doing great works. And I just love his humility, even behind the scenes, to make things work for people. His name is Timileyin Oladoyinbo. So I would thank you so much. So you can see his name. He looks so calm, but has a lot in his head, ready to deliver for the world to see. He's a founder of Schooling, an edutech platform that helps you manage your education system. He has other platforms he had built in fintech and the rest. So you can see his platform. So let me just read a little about him. So Timileyin Oladoyinbo is an accomplished founder and chief technology officer who has driven exceptional growth and innovation in the digital landscape. He has a proven track record of successfully developing and launching groundbreaking digital platforms. He has led teams to deliver outstanding results, including significant revenue growth and market expansion. He has expertise in implementing scalable infrastructure, driving product development, and different other ways. So, right now, I want everyone around the world. I want to see the comment section busting. I think I need to put that on so I can see what's happening in the comment section. All right, I can see one of my amazing aunties from DC, Washington, Mrs. Tola Oyekon. I can see my amazing sister Grace Amoka, James Onolapo, Joshua Oyoshola. Welcome, 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 welcome. So let's have, well, I call him Engineer Doctor Mr. Tim Oladoyinbo. Welcome, welcome, welcome to this amazing session.
Thank you so
How are
much, Joshua.
you doing, sir?
I'm doing fine. Thank you so much. I hope you can hear me.
Sure, I can hear you. Sure, I can hear you.
All
Sure, I
right.
can hear you. Sure, I can hear you.
I'm super excited to be here, and thank you for the opportunity. To be part of this. Excitement going on in the automation space and what you're doing and building. I trust that this is just the beginning. Of greater things to come. Thank you so much for putting this together. Thank you for having me around.
Yes, 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 yes. I hope you will talk about your summit in Ibadan very soon. And I will leave that table to you. I'll leave that table to you. So I believe Mr. Damien is getting ready. So I will just push the question to you in about 10 minutes. Tell us about your journey in the tech space, your journey in the edu tech space, and how technology in the education space can help a city to become smart. Thank you very much. Just give us 10 minutes for the next
Thank you
question
so
to you.
much. Yeah. Hello, everyone. My name is Timile, like I've been introduced, but you can call me Tim as well, if that suits you. And like I said, I'm super excited to actually be here, and it is a privilege to be speaking with brilliant minds from across Africa and the world. Yeah, so I will just briefly tell you about my journey into tech and how I've become excited about edutech personally, and other aspects of tech that I'm involved in, but particularly the edutech, parts. Now, I've been into tech for close to 15 years now, and the interest has been built right from when I was young. I love to know how things work. I love to know you know how to get things done. And that interest I picked up, programming right from before, immediately I finished secondary school. I got interested in programming and how to put things together and make things happen, through writing of code. So since then I've developed a lot of interest around, getting things done, making things easier to get accomplished, setting up processes to ensure that things can be easier and automate redundant processes that we engage in for most of the time. So that interest has always been there, and I have a background in computer science as an undergraduate, and I went ahead also to further, yeah, in a master's degree as well. So I really have the background, knowledge of how things actually work in terms of, the underlying theoretical, um, principles that make systems work. And I've also been privileged to lead teams in Europe to power some sites that have a lot of traffic and generate revenue on some of the products. And it's been an exciting journey so far. And for what we are currently doing in Nigeria here, in the edutech space, I've had interactions with quite a number of schools that we started with, and ensuring that, they optimize their processes. And, after a couple of years of interacting with a number of them, we decided to, develop, a customized management system for the schools that help them to organize the processes. It's a lot of, paperwork. We all have been to schools, we've gone through schools, and we know what the paperwork involves, most especially for the administrative part of the school, where you're setting up timetable, you are taking attendance, you are, writing exams, you're, setting um, your CS scores. Sometimes a lot of mistakes happen, where your class teachers and your tutors are trying to compute your results, and um, such experiences are avoidable, with automated systems. So we decided to build, a management system that helps to take care of all these challenges, that both the proprietors, the school owners, and even the teachers, we must give it to the teachers. They're doing a lot, prepare lesson notes and do, a lot of things. So it makes the life easy, it makes management easy. So we are building that product, schooling, that does just that, that takes care of the burden of having to do manual processes, year in, year out, every time, every session, they do the same thing all over again. And, efficiency is affected. But when you have a system that, has, um, is able to help you take care of those things, you realize that your workload becomes easy, and you are free to do more productive things. So we are starting with that, and we see a very big future also in the virtual learning spaces. And in Nigeria, we have a lot of challenges, with infrastructure and having to make technology work in some areas. And this is why we are here, and we are in for it to partner with, Smart City Mall Africa to help us with, the hardwares and the, tools that we need to actually help, educators, school owners to facilitate learning. And we all know that we're in the age where we need to constantly improve our knowledge. So it's imperative that, we get to have, systems in place that can aid, learning, and can aid management of, schools and institutions to be able to scale and meet, the current trends of how things are going. So that's, our own interest at the moment in the edu space. We're targeting, the school owners and educators, providing them with tools, that can have, um, that can help them with their work, and that can also facilitate, everything that they're doing. It is super exciting to see what is, happening across board, with edutech in Nigeria. I must say, particularly also in Africa, we are we are laden with quite a number of challenges, but we are here, with proper partnerships to surmount the challenges that we face. So that is what we are currently doing in the edutech space. And just like Joshua said, we are also building communities, across different regions. We're trying to build communities across, even rural areas where, technology seems distant to them, and we are using technology to bring, the world to their doorstep. We are trying to ensure that everyone is included and not left out. We are privileged in the cities and in major areas where, we have access to these things, but there are other areas that do not, and we're trying to reach those regions to bring education, learning, and technology to such areas. And we are looking even to partner with some with governments also, to facilitate such learning opportunities for everyone, irrespective of their location. And I'm not sure if they are, there could be some investors listening, ahead. And if you would like to have a chat after on that project that of reaching, the rural regions, empowering them with, learning tools and, materials that can further bring them, into the 21st century, so to speak, I'll be willing to have a chat with you on that. So these are, the main areas that we are currently focusing on the edutech space. I'm sure the
All
link
right.
to the management application will put up, for us to, see and probably request a demo that we can take it up from there. So thank you so much. I hope I have not exceeded my time. I wasn't looking
It's
at the
all right.
time. Thank
It's
you.
all right. It's all right. Okay, all right, all right, all right. Thank you so much. So you can see that your the website is on the footer already, scrolling on the screen, so you can see the website Digicraft and schooling right on the screen, scrolling on the screen. So feel free to write notes. You can also check the comments segments. You will find them also on the screen. All right. So before I ask questions, before I throw more comments, so as to add more light to the edutech space, I would have Mr. Damian Udo of QuickLeap, as I like call him the agri-tech maestro. I remember the time when he had to I knew him back in the years, 10 years and more, having to mount trucks around Western Africa, ensure that goods moved from one location to the other, from north to south. Like, I've never seen someone with such strength ensuring that no bag fell down. No bag fell down from those heavy trucks before moving to automation. So we have seen different spaces. Don't even assume that before we went to tech, we didn't go manual. So there's always a manual process before the development process, before the automation process. So building a smart city in Africa or building smart regions or smart nations is very, very important that you have worked on your basics and understood your root scenarios and issues you want to solve. So let's have Mr. Damien come on the screen. Amazing.
Oh,
Amazing.
hi. Hello. Can you guys hear me? Can everybody hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. We
Yes,
can
we
hear
can.
Okay,
you.
awesome. Awesome.
You're
Hi.
ready.
Good evening. Good evening from this time zone. and excited to just speaking with you wherever you're listening from. Thank you very much,
All right.
Joshua. It's very, very
You're
kind
welcome.
introduction.
So
Um,
before I
and hi,
so
Mr.
before you
T.
continue, can you hear
Hello,
me
Mr.
still?
Damon.
So before you continue, I would like to
Mhm,
give a little intro about you. I've spoken
mhm.
about, yes, that you normally handle the trucks from north to south, but I would like everyone to
Right.
listen to this because Mr. Damian Udo has been in this industry of agriculture. I have been in agriculture before. If you check the bio, if you check the about us of Smart City Mall Africa and Pelaguin, which was my mother body, Pelaguin Group, you would understand that we have done many things from agriculture to cash crops, exotic fruits, and many, many things have been built. We have gone through. So this is like a father to me in the cash crop space. He has built serious he has built serious systems, and now he has now built a solid agri-tech system that helps you to automate the process even from the farms to your table. That's how amazing his platform is. And I believe he will share more links and more information on how his process has gone from beginning to where he is right now, not to the end. So, Mr. Damian Odo, can you tell us more about you and what you have done in helping cities in Africa become smart via agriculture?
Right. Thank you very much. I'm delighted to be here. I'm delighted to be speaking with you guys. Thank you so much, Josh, for first for the invite and first for the opportunity to speak about the work we are doing and about how that impacts on smart cities. Smart cities are the future. So my name is Damian Udo, as Joshua has introduced. And yes, we did start very, very manual. We started very, very simply with spreadsheets. And I remember those days doing the 18-hour trips from Lagos to Gombe State, or if you were going from, and then it was like very, very exciting times. We still have pictures from moving in between, as in jumping bikes and jumping interstate buses, just trying to get at the very, very beginning, and then having everything just very simply on spreadsheets, arranged so that we could make sense of the numbers. Exciting times. I'm delighted about how far we've come, where we started out and how far we've come. And yes, Joshua is one of those veterans from the space. Delighted to have worked um, closely on one or two, shared ideas and worked closely on one or two things in the past. Yes, so my name is Devion. I'm an alumnus of Covenant University. I would just share a bit on how we go into food. So this must have been 2016. Myself and my co-founder and friend Ayu had just been having a conversation, and he was talking about the things that they had been doing in the space. And I have this book where I write down ideas, right? So one of the ideas I'd had at the time was to create a platform where people could get access to fresh food, fresh fruits, just have access to all the food that they needed. But it was just something that had been written down. Nothing had been done about it at the time. So this conversation sparked, or what you would say was like lit the fire um, to kind of like start out. And we set out very, very simply. We had a processing company down west that had need of soybeans. We had farmers up north that had that were farming soy, right? But I think I've skipped a step because way before that, as in we didn't know anything about how the space operated. And so the idea was the thinking was very simple. Rather, you thought I would go to these farming communities, find the farmers, just collect from them what they have and then take it to the people that need it, right? When we go up now, the realities were very, very different. You needed to build out an aggregation solution because a lot of the smallholder farmers you're working with are sparsely populated. And so we built out the aggregating solution. Um, and then we found out that we had to build out last mile deliveries. There were already like players in the space, but then you had to kind of like work with reliable truckers and other third party logistics providers. And so we built out that end. Then payment systems for how do you get money to the farmers, and even after you've gotten money to the farmers, it's more like how do you really get money to farmers in the interiors, right? So we had to be very, very creative around working with partners, existing banks within those communities, or we had issues where you would have a bank, say a couple of kilometers away from the farming communities where you had to pay farmers and you had to get. So at the beginning we'd literally have field agents, right? Team lead for operations, Yakubu at the time, withdraw money from the metropolis and then transport it in a school bag, right? Like a couple of millions, and then go to those farming communities to make payments. Very exciting and interesting times. Of course, things have moved from where they were then, and I'll be excited to share the journey in terms of how far we've come and how far we've grown. But yes, those were the initial days. What we found that got us into building, you know, into seeking to automate the system and to build like a one-stop shop for everything food, was that we had the building blocks that made up a functional ecosystem. And so you had aggregation put together, you had quality control, you had last mile delivery, you had financial services, right? So, I mean, there was a aha moment when we found that all of these things came together to form, could come together to form an automated system that would work seamlessly, and we won't have to burn ourselves out in terms of like running multiple operations across multiple states and managing all of that on spreadsheets, which was working at the time, but couldn't be scalable. And I think I'll pause there and I'll take questions. Thank you.
All right, all right, all right, all right. So yeah, that's an amazing journey, and I hope a lot of people that are listening, I believe if you have experience in that space, you know that that's not a 1 year or a 5 year experience being reeled out in five
Oh,
minutes.
right,
So
right,
that having
right.
said that, there's a lot in this journey. There's a lot in this journey. There's a lot in this journey. So we'll be having another engineer Shiton come later on in this session on this roundtable. But before he comes on, I would like to throw up some questions and let the speakers speak more about their space. So we have Timilai spoke about, let me call him Tim, as popularly called. So he spoke about the amazing or the stressful journey that teachers go through. I have my amazing sister with the World Bank in education, that she's fully into education. And I imagine the pain they go through, the stress they go through, even with so much joy, even with diverse issues with stakeholders, from parents to proprietors to owners of schools and all those kind of scenarios. But I must say this, the journey is not smooth. It depends on where you are. You're either in the city, or you're in the town, or you're in the metropolis, or you're in the village. Education is education, but how is education passed? So I would like Mr. Tim to give us a scenario on how schooling, which is EduTech platform, helps to, let's just pick a case sample. Is it a city, metropolis, a town, a village? How does schooling help people in a particular scenario to do or make their life smarter? That means make their students learn in a smarter way and help the educators work in a smarter way.
All right, thank you so much. Like I said earlier, our focus at the moment with schooling is in the management and in helping the school owners and the educators to do their work with ease. And um, one of the a good scenario would be you know having to for an educator, we know, for example, a secondary school, high school, the high school system, you know a teacher can be having to teach a couple of subjects and a number of classes, and having to be able to coordinate their records, having to be able to coordinate their um, notes, lecture notes, having to be able to coordinate, their class. If you're a class teacher, for example, you have to be responsible for everything about that class, as an added, responsibility. So we have all those already taken care of within the application, where as a class teacher, you just need to look at the screen and know what's going on in your class. You know when a subject teacher, for example, has not uploaded a result, and you need to just send a message, an email to say you have not put in the result for this subject. You are able to you don't need to bring out your calculator to start doing arithmetic. The system does it for you. You're able to get who is the best student in this subject, who is the best student in this class. All those things come in very, very, very easily. All you need to do is just fix in the results, and get going. So for the educators, it makes them now focus on how their delivery of their actual learning objectives, to the students. They're no more burdened with the management part of their job. The management part of the job is already taken care of, and they now have a lot of time to put in on the delivery of their actual subjects. And like I said, this is the beginning. We have plans for schooling to also help them in the delivery of their subjects as well. Using different visual aids and materials, presentation. Within the classroom. Smart boards, and the like. There are plans to include all those even within the system, and also there are also plans to include, exams, taking exams remotely. For whatever reason, you can decide that you want to have, your exams taken. You don't have to be in the school premises, and security monitoring measures all in place. So those are the more plans coming in for schooling to make the whole learning experience enjoyable and well suited. You can also have a scenario where your parents, a lot of parents might not have the time to keep up with going through their word notes and their performances. With your mobile app or mobile phone, you can easily keep track of what's going on with your word. You can know if your word is doing well. Analysis of their performance over a period of time. You'll be able to know the progress that they're making. So there quite a few of these things that are already there as well to ensure that the parents know exactly what's going on, and they can easily pick things up before things get late. And so this is for the urban city areas. There's also the part where we're trying to target rural areas as well. We know that infrastructure is lacking majorly for trying to reach the rural areas for a more formal education and learning experiences. So we are also working on um, things that we can put in place to aid and facilitate virtual learning scenarios for communities, and even schools in the rural areas where they can benefit from technology, to teach, first of all, to teach them technology and to be able to use tools that will facilitate learning for people in the rural areas. So these are the two edged areas that we're trying to work on and work with, in the edutech space. We believe that, education should be accessible to everyone, irrespective of where you are located. So that's, and it should be, easy and interesting at the same time, so that's what we're trying to achieve with schooling. And I must say that we are just even at the beginning of the great plans that we have for it, and we can't wait for it to actually get to the point where we have visioned and imagined it would be. So I think those are the major scenarios now that schooling can come in handy. And for the school owners, like I also said, they will be able to see a broad picture of what exactly is going on, how their financials are, and accounting, and who is owing what not, and the likes, analysis, and the performance. It covers the broad array. So from admissions, you can have the admission process, where parents create their account, sign on, and from the admissions process, you make a short list, and they get onboarded into the school. So it's an end-to-end process that we are currently working on. So yeah, those are the scenarios currently that schooling can handle at the moment, and what we're looking at into the future as well. And there are exciting times coming. Um, Joshua, I'm not sure. Yeah, if he's still around.
I assume Joshua dropped off for a bit there.
Oh, all right. Okay, probably it's his network.
Right.
Okay, so I'm suspecting it's probably going to be question and answer after that. After this, um,
Mhm.
so probably I don't know if we are still on call. If you can put in, I don't know what the question and answer was
Definitely. I
going
think
to be.
I'll just take the same question, right? I'll take the same
Oh,
question and
okay.
answer the same question essentially. So just do
All
kind of
right.
like a brief introduction or quickly, and I'll begin to jump into how its application in smart cities. So essentially, Quickleap is a food and beverage company, and as our goal is to provide good food for everyone, everywhere, every time. Starting with you, we like to say the goal is to provide good food for you, and this is the way we plan. We do that. We are working on an ecosystem solution that fundamentally is built on partnerships and would essentially bring together all the players in the food space to collaborate together to provide good food for everyone. So I'll give you an example, or I would name who our collaborators are. So we have the people in the value chain, the food value chain, farmers, traders, food processors, chefs, and restaurants. Those are the fundamental players in the food value chain in getting food from farm to table, right? So you have those put together, and with an innovative platform, or yes, I would call it, yeah, it's a place inside of the platform called the Collaborator Center. We bring together these different players to solve the two of the biggest problems that they have for them, right? So one is help them get access to all the raw materials they need to produce good food, and two is help them sell all of the finished products that they produce. So we have a lot of cross trade happening inside of there. First, the raw material for the food processor is the finished product of the farmer. The raw material for the chef or for the restaurant is the finished product from the food processor. And so there's opportunity for cross trade inside of Collaborator Center. And then we take everything that comes out from Collaborator Center and then start making it available for businesses, and then we'll make it available for individuals also. So you would have a component that makes it available for the administers that supply to individuals and homes, and you would have another component that administers the supplies to businesses, right? How does this apply in smart cities, right? Essentially, in a smart city, you would want to have sustainable production of food. You would want to have effective distribution of food, and you would want to ensure that the food that is sustainably being produced and distributed is, has all of the nutritional, it's nutritious, it's healthy, it's nutritious, and it's the right kind of food that people need to live healthy and functional from infancy to adulthood, right? That's essentially a line out of our governing idea. And so it's a people focused idea. Food is like all of life is supposed to be people focused, right? Every solution is supposed to be people focused. And in this case, um, it is the idea is picking the individual and saying, what does this person need? What's the nutrition that this person needs to live a healthy life from infancy to adulthood? So what kind of food does this person need to be eating at this particular stage of their lives? Um, what's the nutrition that's supposed to be in the food? And is this the right kind of food that we are making available for the person, right? So on the platform you see features like features where we ask for the age distribution of the house of your household. And what we want to do with that is know, if you have a 2-year old, you have a 3-year old, you have a 5-year old, we want to be able to, with very simple machine learning, provide or suggest food of the best nutrition, right, for the people of that, of within that age, which is best suited for the growth and optimization at the different ages of the growth and development. Yes, so with the focus on nutrition, the goal is to provide good food for everyone, everywhere, every time. So I check. Joshua, do I have you back on? And can you hear me? Right. So where are we at in development right now? Or where is Quick Clip exactly right now? And so we started out full-time operations in 2018. We full-time operations were able to reach 3,000 farmers, and essentially the way we measure our KPIs are, again, are people focused, right? So how do we measure? So when the model was access to markets, the way we measured was simply the number of farmers we've been able to reach, the number of processors we were able to get, the produce from the farmers to. As the focus shifted to being more people oriented, and to getting, the food from the farmer all the way to the tables and to the homes, across all of the players within the food space. The metrics for measuring are more people, right? So irrespective of where you live, in urban Uganda or rural Kenya, or in a city like Lagos in Nigeria, what you need is, and you need almost 2, 3 times a day, is good food. And good food we define as food that has all of the nutrition, right? That is beautiful and is functional, and that has, and inside of the functionality is food that has all of the nutrition that is needed for optimal growth and development, right? And so I think I'd stop here, and then I'll just wait to take more questions from Josh if he's here. Right. Welcome back, Joshua.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
I can hear you clearly. Yet to have your video though.
Awesome. All right. Okay. All right. Can you?
Most likely a glitch. It's still black out here, but then I mean, I have your audio, so. So I moved on directly to just answer the question, the same question you had asked, Mr. Team, and spoke a bit on quickly the journey so far, and the application of, what we are building to, just in an introductory way, the application of what we are building um, to smart cities. Hello, Mr. Team, are you there also? So Joshua and Mr. Team seem to be having some technical issues. We would just keep up on the live, and then just give them a few minutes rather to join back in. Thank you. Okay, guys. While we're expecting Joshua and
Thank you.
Mr. Tim to come back in. Oh, okay. Hi, Joshua. Welcome back in.
Awesome. 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 Thank you so much.
Awesome.
So awesome.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
Okay.
Right.
Someone just asked a question that is smart city also into agriculture? Yes. So smart city mall Africa is not into agriculture, but and culture is a part of every smart city because every resident in a smart city must eat. And
You have to eat.
yeah, you have to eat. That's very, very important. So, amidst all the technologies, you have to eat. So, and ensuring that people eat is just like I remember a video talking about a cruel politician not allowing babies to feel emotions, but putting them in a tech what I call his name, in a very very automated structure or lab, and by the results of that test, 80% of those children all passed out because there was lack of emotion. So emotions are very important. So food is also very important to humans, no matter how smart a place is. That part cannot be taken away. So what I call it the place of utopia is not the best. It is basically the collaboration of humans and technology that makes a seamless society and a productive society. So having said that, I believe I've answered that question. So the mall is not into a culture, but we ensure that in every smart city being designed and built by the engineers on this mall, on this platform, that their food and cultural system is taken care of. Now,
Right.
I need to put this question up for Mr. Damien. It's very important a question. So let me put that question up for you. It's for you.
Yes.
All right, can you see it?
Okay, so I'm trying to see this now. Uh, okay, you're doing a
Okay,
great
let me
job.
read it
How well
out.
is the nutrition thing
Okay.
going so far? I can see it now. You're doing a great job. How well is the nutrition thing going so far? How do you carry on this initiative in rural communities? I believe that is where we have the most malnutrition. All right, thank you very much, Mr. Okala, Mr. Lekon. I'll just go with the easier
Yes,
name to
exactly.
pronounce, right? Yes, Mr. Lekon. Hi. Thank you so much for the question, right? Yes, and thank you. How do we go about nutrition, right? So I'll give you how we started out just answering the question on nutrition. Essentially, what we did was get back to the books, find out, like, do the research, right? Find out um, different age groups at different ages of development, right? What's the nutrition that's needed for optimal growth and development, right? And so very simply we apportion that into different kinds of food, the different nutritions you get from them, you and then the different and like I said, the different age groups. When that bit was done, the next thing we did was our CTO, our lead for operations at the time, Yakubu, was a part of a research that was, it wasn't funded by us. It was funded by it was a partnership between and like a non-governmental organization and a government parastatal. And essentially, what they did was they went to the different farming communities. I was trying to remember the name of the government agency. They went into the different communities up north, and they took samples, like a sample area. So it was a couple of states, and the team, it was quite a vast team. And then they went into each of these um, homes, and they were talking to these people and asking questions. So they were finding out what kind of meals they eat, right? So, for example, you find in a particular home they would have maize, they would have millet, right? So you would have, let's take up north, you would have masa, you would have tuwo, and then a lot of the meals were derivatives of a number of grains, right? So you would have derivatives from maize, you would have derivatives from millet, you would have beans and a couple of other meals. And essentially, what they were doing was measuring what nutrition was coming to these people. So, what are you eating? What's the nutrition in the food that you are eating, right? So, we've taken like a lot of the learnings from that studies, right? And then when it comes to applying it to rural areas, very honestly, we're not yet applying those to rural areas. What we are doing right now is learning. We've learned a lot from those studies that we're carrying out. This was research that was paid for and executed. And so what we're doing is we've taken a lot of the learning from that particular exercise, and then we're applying it into like the work in developing the solution that we are building. I'll talk about how that's going to work on the platform. So essentially, when you come on the platform and you find anything that's listed on the platform, you would see origination, which tells you where the product you're about to buy, where the food you're about to buy, came from. If it's a grain, for example, red sorghum, it will tell you this particular product was aggregated in so and so community in so and so state. It will tell you this is how it was grown. This is the soil it was grown in. To tell you whether it is organic or inorganic. All of that information is under the origination, right? And then under nutrition, essentially you would see a detailed breakdown of each of like all of the nutrition inside of this particular grain. That is if it were just like fresh food. Same thing will apply for fruit. Same will apply um, for leafy vegetables. The same will apply. And then if it were prepared food, if the chef that's preparing this food like source the product or the raw materials that they use in preparing the food on our platform, then we'll be able to tell you, okay, yes, this like essentially if it's rice, we can tell you what is in rice, right? We tell you like what is inside of your meal. So macronutrients will be able to tell you the number of carbs and all of those kind of things like inside of nutrition. Like if all the raw materials were sourced on our platform, then yes, we can tell you, we can almost like beat our chest and tell you, yes, this is what is in the food that you are eating, right? So big on people knowing where their food came from and big on people knowing what is in the food that they are eating, right? Working with the team that's going to be handling comms just this week. And one things were just some things I've mentioned are some of the goals that we have in communicating, to the people that we're going to be talking to. I hope I've answered those questions. Mr. Liko, please let me know if I answered your question or if I did justice to it. Right.
Okay,
So Joshua,
so
if
I
you
guess
have
he will put the
feedback from
comments
Mr.
in
Liko,
later.
all right, definitely.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you.
I guess he will put his comments in later on. Sedekon is speaking from Sweden and is an expert in
Awesome.
that area. All right.
Awesome. We're
So
happy to hear from you and
let's
we're excited
go.
to get to.
So having said, yeah. So I believe
I was
you
going to say we're,
can.
we're excited to hear from Mr. Liko if
Yes, awesome.
if he has any
So okay, yeah,
contributions.
he has replied already.
Okay.
Yeah. So he said thank you. All right. So in the next, I guess engineer Shiton is ready. I believe engineer Maiwa is
Awesome.
ready.
Thank you.
So if you're ready, I would add you to the screen to this round table. And can you hear us, sir? All right. So while he gets ready, we would go on and answer some few questions. But meanwhile, I would like to read the bio of engineer Shaitan quickly before we go on. Can you hear me, Damien? Kindly confirm if you can hear me. If you can hear me, just put it in the comments. I can hear you. All right.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry,
Thank
I
you
was
so much. Thank
muted.
you
I
so
can hear
much.
you very
All
clearly.
right.
Right. I
So
can hear you
let me just
clearly. Yeah.
read. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. So I'll just read out Engineer Shitans, I hope I pronounced the name rightly. I'll just read out his bio shortly and let's know about him. So, Engineer Maiwa, as I will call him, is the founder of Sotec Africa, and I'll read his bio also shortly for everyone to see. Give me a second, everyone. Put up this. Okay, I guess I still have the comments on. All right, thank you. So having said that, so Engineer Maiwa is a pioneer in the smart home automation training industry in Nigeria. He has carved a niche for himself in this industry in Africa. He's a fellow of the Nigerian Institute of Training and Development and equally a corporate member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. His love for technology gave rise to Tech Africa Limited, one that specializes in renewable energy, smart home automation, web development, security, and ARP solutions. So let's all welcome Engineer Maiwa. Can you hear him, sir?
Good evening, everybody. I can hear you. Good evening,
Good
everybody.
evening, good evening, good evening.
How are
Good
you?
evening.
Hello, good evening, engineer. Welcome, sir.
Good evening. How are you, sir?
I'm very well, thank you.
It's nice to be here.
Awesome,
Yes, sir.
awesome, awesome. So quickly, sir, tell us a bit about you, your journey in the automation space, and how your work helps a city become smart.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Engineer Seton Senus Mayowa, FITD. I'm a fellow of Nigerian Institute of Training and Development. Many years ago, we discovered that everybody have phone, and having have phones, we discover that the next thing they have to do is for them to see how they can make use of their phone and their gadgets in their hands to be able to ensure their life, to be able to use their apparatus very well. Then we now decided to form Sotec Africa to be able to stand out, to be able to train people on how to provide services on smart home automation. And as you are aware, smart home automation is part of a smart city. Smart home is one area that is part of smart city. And for this, for many years, we have been training a lot of installers. It's a journey we started in December 2020, and to date, we've trained more than 500 installers everywhere in Nigeria. And at the moment, we are having our nationwide training ongoing. At this moment, our training is being conducted at Asaba. Our next line of action is going to be in Enugu. From there, we are moving to Kano. Our vision is to ensure that there are installers everywhere in Nigeria, so that when there is a need for anybody, if anybody requires our services anywhere, it's just for us to make a call to an installer there that is going to do the job. As you are aware, smart city is an evolving world. A smart city is a home where we live and where we do our things. Is a home that is automated. A smart city is an area that is automated, where things are done where we allow technology to drive most of the things. And as you are aware, when you look at the conventional home, a conventional home or a traditional home, you do things manually, but in smart city or in smart home, most of the things we do manually are being automated. It is technology that is driving them. Thank you. Hello, can you hear me? Hello.
I can hear you very clearly, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
it's
I can hear you
technology
on my
that,
end. Yes, sir.
yes. Can you hear me? Hello?
I can hear you on my end. I can hear you
Yes.
clearly, sir.
Now, I said it's technology that is driving them. And as you can see, I'm going to be talking about the opportunity in smart home automation in smart city. According to Statistica, in Nigeria, the smart city market is valued at $2.4 billion. And you can see that's a massive money for anybody. As a professional, we need to position
Such a massive
ourselves to look
market.
at, we need to position ourselves to be able to tap part of this revenue. And that is what are the things I'm going to share on today. And that is part of the things I'm going to share today. Thank you, sir.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you very much, sir. Joshua is going to be back. But in the meantime, maybe just speak more to the work you've done and what are some of the challenges that you faced in implementing, smart technologies, especially in Nigeria and in these climes where the bulk of the people, right, might not be very, very acquainted with smart devices or with the whole concept of, yes, doing things, with automation generally.
One of the greatest challenges we have faced is power, and power is the problem everywhere. But as the technologies, we have to look for a solution to it. And another challenges we have faced is there is no enough manpower, and that we have been able to solve to an extent. That was the reason why we started our nationwide smart home automation training. And to the glory of God, today we've had a lot of them in different places, and we have successes being recorded everywhere. Those that have gone through our training, we've had the project they have done, and so many things like that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Hello?
Yes, sir. I can hear you very clearly. That's great. It's just amazing to see because I would like to hear some more about the training, right? Because it literally sounding to me like you've had to build this up from the ground, right? So, um, and it sounds like you came in really early into the market, right? So having to train people in these communities that would mean you're providing new jobs for people because with every time that somebody gains knowledge, then they can operate at a higher level than they were before, right?
Yes.
So if you just speak more to numbers and the economic impact that has made on the people and on the communities that these trainings have happened in, um, I think that would help give some context.
Yes. Our major aim is capacity building, and we have been able to build the capacity of, as I said earlier, we've trained a lot of people, and from uh, apart from those that, one thing about those that we have trained, they have been able to go out there and start their own smart home automation business, and we have them everywhere in the country, and many of them, it has changed the livelihood of many of them, and they have been able to be providing these services across the country. We have a lot of them everywhere. Like yesterday, one of them was telling me that he just in Abuja, and on our we have a platform which we normally use to educate. We have a platform which we normally use to educate those that we have trained, and from the feedback we are getting, they are doing very well. And apart from that thing again, one thing again we do is that automation, smart city, everything smart is an ongoing thing. It's not nobody can tell you that it's not a no.
Evolving, yes.
That is why we always ensure that we update our installers every time. That necessitates the need for us to do the nationwide training so that we can do a refresher course for all those that we have trained. And most of the
Right.
places doing this training now, they are business that we have. They are centers of people that have attended our training. Like the one we are doing in Asaba, the center is being provided by one person that attended our training in January. The same thing with Enugu and
Mm.
many others, and they have been doing quite well.
Awesome. Thank you so much, sir. So you mentioned something that caught my interest that I think I would want you to speak more to for those listening or those who would listen later, who would want to jump on it. You talked about the platform where you're training, right? If Joshua were here, I know that's something he would want to pick, your mind on and have you speak more to. So if you don't mind just speaking more a bit on that bit, the platform and how those trainings happen.
Now, what I mean is that whoever attend our training, we have a platform for them for us to interact with them and to update them
Okay,
with the
awesome, awesome.
that we update
Right.
them with the latest
Awesome.
thing that is happening. That's the purpose of the platform. It's so that we can be able to mentor them when they are having challenges, where we can come in, when they are having problem of fund, where
Right.
we can to come in to assist them in getting projects. Those are some of the things we do. And apart from that, we always try to ensure that we help our students, our participants to get project. If they have a big project that they cannot do, we send our engineers to them to assist them, to support them. And that's the way we have to keep the business flying.
Awesome. So essentially, you carry them from cradle, you do the training, then
Yeah.
you walk them through the process of kind of like executing, and then help them in execution also.
Yes. Yes, that's what we do, sir.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well done, sir. All right. So with Smart City Mall Africa, I know a bit about the system just from conversing with Joshua and having to be a part of some of it. Right. I I know that on the platform, and I'm trying to draw similarities with what you do. Is that like they onboard um, all of the technicians that are needed. So it's almost like a two parts. Um, like you have two arms to it. You have the technicians, and then you also have the smart devices. In such a way that if the devices, if you were to buy the devices, you wouldn't have to bother your head about how to install them, right? You would buy the devices, you would get a quote from, and Joshua is here, so Joshua could kind of like shed more light to this. You'd buy the devices, and then you would also have like a technician that would be able to come install that for you, right? So I see that with these innovations, like you're on this end doing a lot of training. You spoke to the market, right? To the size of the market and the potential market for smart devices, right? And when I think about that, I'm just thinking about how we can get more people, right? Either on this end with, because the training you do will come in very, very handy in terms of, I'm big on collaboration. Will come in very, very handy for the people, come in handy to grace people who would be the kind of people that Smart City Mall Africa would onboard as technicians on their platform to go help people who were purchasing smart devices install them in their different homes, right? So Joshua was just here for a bit now, but it seems like he's dropped off. I look forward to seeing more of those kind of synergies where you could have people trained on this end and those people onboarded to a platform where they could immediately start working. And I think that there's a lot of opportunity for synergy there. Joshua, welcome back. I'll just hand over to you now. We've been
All
having an
right.
amazing
Thank you,
conversation
sir.
with Senior Shito. Yes.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. I love that. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, all right, before I've been having a lot of wonderful synergy between networks. I know we get to build one very soon, and then I sack the rest that are currently having a lot to do around the space of Nigeria and Africa. But while we wait
Right.
for that, I would like everyone to watch their screens because I'll be sharing the latest announcement that Smart City Mall Africa's marketplace is now up. It has been for 21 days in counting,
Awesome.
but it's now
That's
up. So I'm going to
that's
share
great.
the screen right now for everyone to watch. So you can just watch the screen. I wanted to stop to pause engineer Maiwa some time ago when it was doing the countdown of about 60 seconds, but right now it's up. So just everyone look at your screens. I'm turning on the screen to share directly what the amazing works that are being done. So this is Smart City Mall Africa, and we are launching right about now. So in the next few minutes, you can see the shop, Smart City Mall Africa /shop. Just go there, and in the next few minutes, as soon as we're ending this program, all the products will come on live. We have tens of vendors, and we have hundreds of products from different vendors around Africa. So get ready, get ready, get ready. It's going to be super amazing. Before I hand over to one of my colleagues to take us through the platform, I would just like to make some comments and ensure that everyone loves what they are seeing, can ask questions, and then we talk more. He will come speak after I make some comments. Then afterwards, We'll continue the session and round up. And the next session will be tomorrow, with a few other veterans in the space of automation. We have from health tech to different other spaces of tech. So get ready. Tomorrow, 12 noon, GMT +1. In the US, in some areas, is about 6 a.m., but everyone can join in. So get ready tomorrow. Share the link of the different channels and get ready. So let's get back to the stage. Can you see I've left the stage right? I've left the screen right now. Can you see the roundtable? So Damien, can you see the
Yes, very,
roundtable?
very. Yes, I can. Yes,
Awesome.
I can.
Awesome. So check it out as soon as you want. By the end of this session, all the products will be back live. We decided to put them down for a reason, so that everyone doesn't go and start purchasing while we have not even launched. So that's about that. All right. So as regards, I love what Engineer Maiwa is doing. I didn't even know about that, going to different states to train installers. By the way, I'm going to put, check the comment segment. We're going to put a link for Engineer Maiwa's program, Sotec Africa. He's giving 15% discount on his trainings for installers. Now, you don't need to be a techie to learn about automation. There's some basics. I don't know anywhere that is as easy as automation, even in the basic. So there are advanced levels, but the basics are very, very important. Are you an architect? Are you a builder? Even in your home, you need to know about how to put the basics. Now, I was in a program in Zimbabwe some weeks back, and we're talking about data privacy, data protection. I met with IGS. I met with different platforms around Africa. Over 91 nations were represented in that conference. And we're talking about data privacy. Now, I see a lot of people saying, I want to buy luxury, want to bring it to Africa, and then you don't know that your data, as you are bringing it, is going back to the world that you bought it from. So, and data privacy is something very important. I'm going to be very soon in upcoming programs, because we're going to be having a series, automation series, where the speakers that you are listening to and more will be coming to on one-on-one sessions on this same channel, Smart City Mall Africa. I'll be talking in depth about the technologies, their good and their what I call its name, they are not so good. So expect much more traction on this platform. Now, data privacy is so important. It's not about having a smart product. It's not about having a good technology. It's about ensuring that you are productive, you are effective, and you are secured. So no matter what you are doing, agri-tech, edu-tech, ensure that as a person, that is smart. That means your business, your home, your security. Ensure even your food. Ensure that you do a research about the data protection that that product gives you or that platform gives you. Else you give out your knowledge and can be used against you in the future. So understand this area. Understand this area. Let everybody understand this area, and ensure that you check this. We check Engineer Maiwa's link of Sotec Africa. You can easily just go look. Please, media team, everybody put it in the comment in the banner. Sotec Africa, so people can go check Sotec Africa, their website and their link. Please ensure you put that for me. So having said that, not smart analysis, Sotec Africa. So please, having said that, please ensure that you learn about data privacy. It's super important, super important. If you are into this business, know that if you are not protecting your people's data, you would soon lose out of the space, because people are getting away through this program and more. Please learn about your data. Data analysis is very, very important. Learn how to protect your data and ensure you are doing more for yourself. Having said that, I think I will share a flyer if it's available by the media of Engineer Mayowa's program. But if not, just check the next post coming on our LinkedIn page at Smart City Mall Africa. We'll post its flyer, so you can go for the basics, go for the advanced, go for its one-on-one trainings if they are available, and ensure you are part of it. Having said that, does anyone have any question again for the team, the speakers, before we invite Mr. Samuel, Engineer Samuel, to take us through? If you have any question or any comment, please put it in the comment section and we'll post it. The link for Engineer Maiwa's program is on the screen right now. You can copy it. You can go write it down. It's on YouTube in the comment section, on Facebook in the comment section. So feel free to go and copy it out and ensure that you patronize it. Thank you very much. Now, having said that, does anyone have any question? Any more questions? If not, let's have Mr. Samuel take us through Smart City Mall Africa at the new marketplace. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you for introducing me, sir. Good evening, everyone. My name is Samuel. I'll be taking you through on how Smart City Mall platform works. have the product catalog, device on the platform with detailed product. Checking on it is a very I'll talk about. So all right, so Smart City Mall offers an attractive affiliate program that allows everyone from customers to vendors to installers to earn commissions by promoting products through their channels. Here in the affiliate page, you can track your earnings and find all other convenient features to help you run a successful affiliate program. You could also get a personalized link, which will reflect here on your page. You could see the total visits made to that link as well. And you can track everything you need over here. Next is the vendor dashboard. All right. Here is the vendor dashboard, vendor portal, where the vendors can upload their products, track their sales, and can efficiently update product information. So for more information on becoming a vendor on Smart City Mall Africa, you can head to the vendor's guide on the top right corner of the screen for more information. Next, request quotes. All right. So this feature for customers seeking customized or bulk orders through the request codes. Any kind of requirement, maybe they want the accessories of the products they purchased, they can easily come to the request codes, filling the details. So with this feature, the request maintenance, with this feature, customers can submit maintenance requests for purchased product on the platform. So once they fill in their details and address and the product number, an installer will be sent to their location as soon as possible to start some of the important features on the platform and our social media handles, which the media team will put on the screen now. So in conclusion, to conclude this our platform proves to be a commendable e-commerce platform where you can get your smart power and security devices. That will be all for now. I'll be handing over back to the host, Mr. Joshua. Thank you.
So thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much, Mr. Samuel, for giving us that that round trip around the platform. Someone asked the question. Someone asked the question before we round up. Someone asked the question, and I want to make a comment about that. I think that was on LinkedIn. I saw the question. He asked about what is Smart City Mall, what is SCMA all about, and how can you connect with the platform? So, and how can you participate or get involved? So, I want to answer that question before. SCMA simply means Smart City Mall Africa. SCMA means Smart City Mall Africa. Give me a second. I need to put down this comment. Yeah, thank you. So it means Smart City Mall Africa. Now, how can you be involved? I believe Mrs. Samuel has answered that question, but I would answer it very straightforward and in simple words. So, Smart City Mall Africa is a marketplace. You can call, I don't want to correlate it or make it closer or look like Amazon, but it's more of a marketplace for everything smart, security, and power. So it's a place, it's a decentralized, and anyone that is a vendor, that means you sell smart equipment, you can call it automatic equipment, you can call it tech equipment, but we don't currently allow phones and PCs. So as long as the device that helps people do more work, easier automatically, not manually, you can open an account on the platform as a vendor or a manufacturer and put your products and end like that. So it's very, very important. You can just go on the platform, register as an affiliate. Is what we call affiliate. So affiliate, it helps you get your money in real time. So you can just go there, register as an affiliate, get your link, share your link to the world, share the flyers and your link to the world. Once anybody is a vendor or a manufacturer, or as long as it's going there to buy something and they buy in dollars or in your or in their currency, now you don't need to know how the who bought. But once they click that link, open an account on the platform, for every purchase they make, you get a percentage. Currently, I know it's minimum of 1% on every product that is bought by those that initially got to the platform through your link. And when you reach a particular to yourself, now installers. So if engineer and or you are a maintenance engineer, we call you installers. That's what that way we put that frame us, installers. So an installer, you can come on the platform, register as an installer, and you are added to a community where once a purchase for a product is made, instantly the platform sends information of a need for installation and the amount for installation to the community. That community receives those signals, and if you are in that in that area or in that region of Africa, you are allowed to apply for that deal, go and get it done in space of 3 to 7 days. So if you're an engineer, a tech person, you have learned about installation, you can go to Sutech Africa to go and learn that, or many other ones that we'll be posting about on our platform. Go and learn installation. So now you know that you can make money. So don't say that you can't make money in Africa, or there's no business, there's no job in Nigeria or in Africa. You now can find trainings to go for. There are many trainings that our social media team putting up from time to time. So please go and join, go and join, go and join, go and learn and get skills. You can either be an affiliate or you are an engineer or a tech person, or you are a vendor, you are selling this product, or you are manufacturing this product, or assembling this product. So our platform helps everyone in that niche to come together and earn. So even though you are not in tech, you can market, you can become an affiliate and earn. You can also, if you are a trainer, you can join the institute, send a mail, join the institute, and learn about how this works. So that is, I believe I've answered that question. If there's any other questions, we only have 1 more minute to go. So, all right, I would like to appreciate every speaker that spoke today. Today has been wonderful. I'm so happy for how everyone went through the different sessions. Even while I had some glitches, we went on well. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, all right, thank you, Mr. Damien. Thank you, Mr. Tim Oladoyinbo. Thank you, Engineer Maiwa. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. So, and everyone watching live or recorded, please ensure you watch this video again in case you missed any link. Follow our social media channels at Smart City Mall Africa. Don't miss the shows as they are coming. There will be more opportunities, more announcements. Ensure you share, ensure you ask questions. Feel free to engage our care team via care at Smart City Mall Africa or any of the social media channels, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And I know you will have value for your time. Thank you so much. I'm Joshua Oshowo, currently MD of Smart City Mall Africa, and I know that you would enjoy what you have come for. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day ahead of you. Tomorrow by 12 noon, we are having a live session with amazing speakers like Victor Emaye of Checker, an LTech company. We are having Mr. Kenneth Adeye, I call him Prof. Ken, of Omni Errands Africa, is speaking on green energy and power. We are going to be having amazing other speakers. I can't even fully call all their names right now, but ensure you are there to attend 12 noon GMT +1. And I know that it will be even hotter than what you experienced today. Thank you, everyone, and have a wonderful time. God bless you.